California and its governor, Gavin Newsom, are the perfect example of how leftist policies do not work and will end up destroying a city or a state, and how leftist politicians do not care about their citizens or the people who voted for them. They just care about holding on to their power. And this video that I'm about to show you is from earlier, a long time ago this year, where in San Francisco they had a homeless crisis.
Early this morning, park rangers clearing people off of the sidewalk, and this, piles of trash littered all over the sidewalks. Mountains of trash are what some people in the Tenderloin have learned to live with day in and day out. And there is a team of people who pick all of it up and haul it off, only to come back again, sometimes only hours later, to another giant mess.
As you can see, it looked terrible, horrible. But a lot has changed just in a couple of days. I mean, really within like a couple of days, when APEC was supposed to be held in San Francisco, and the governor of California, Gavin Newsom, decided to clean up the homeless situation because we had important people from China coming over to spend some money.
Yes, that's right. The summit is expected to bring in $53 million, filling hotel rooms, bringing big business. And the city did tidy up for Dreamforce, but this cleanup is much more extensive. While San Francisco is in the spotlight for the Asia-Pacific Economic Conference, city leaders are making sure the city shines.
Tourism is our business here in San Francisco, and we need to focus on making sure that the tourist dollars still come back.
Caltrans repaving major roadways like the Harrison Street off-ramp from the I-80. BART doubling down by deep cleaning their stations overnight more often.
The city had gotten a little bit dingy over time.
Scrubbing and power washing is happening all over the city.
Yeah, the bottom of my shoes look clean.
It's noticeable how clear the streets look and how few homeless encampments there are on major thoroughfares.
Having been a longtime resident in the Bay Area, you just naturally start to wonder of houseless folks being displaced.
Public Works is installing decorative crosswalks in North Beach and Chinatown, and the Webster Street pedestrian bridge in Japantown was recently repainted. The Yerba Buena Gardens at the Moscone Center are decked out with new colorful landscaping and murals, paid for by the Clean California grant, just in time for the 20,000 high-profile CEOs and heads of state coming into town next week. Some people say this should be how it's always done.
What about the people who are here year-round, and local, hardworking, working-class Bay Area folks?
Others welcome the cleanup.
Anything that brings in a positive look on the city of San Francisco is great.
We will continue to do everything we can to maintain cleanliness in our streets.
And city officials are saying that there are no additional funds that are being allocated for beautification. Departments are just using existing budgets. They also say that those budgets are being moved so that they can focus on the areas where APEC is taking place. The summit is expected to start on Wednesday, and of course, people will start coming into town over the weekend and early next week.
Isn't that funny? It's crazy how the leftist politicians will jump quick when Xi Jinping is coming into town, but when it comes down to taking care of their citizens, they just turn a blind eye to it. I mean, mind you, in the news report, you heard the reporter say that they didn't even use any extra money. They just used what was in the budget. So this situation could have been cleaned up a long time ago, but Gavin Newsom didn't care because he doesn't care about the people. He just wants to hold on to his power. And the crazy thing is, this man actually came out on stage and said that he cleaned it up because Xi Jinping was coming in town.
Folks say, oh, they're just cleaning up this place because all those fancy leaders are coming into town. That's true, because it's true. But it's also true for months and months and months prior to APEC, we've been having different conversations.
Well, this is what you call a terrible human being, and I want you to know this, that he is going to run for president in 2024. The Democrats are not going to have Joe Biden run again to lose against Donald Trump. But before you think about voting for this Democrat, look at how California looks with its homeless situation, with the crime rate, and with this man as leader who just will jump for China, but not for the people who put him in office. I can't wait to see what former Vice President Joe Biden does tomorrow, because he swears that China is not our enemy in any capacity. So, yeah, he's probably going to try to sell us out in some way. You remember he did give China a whole lot of our oil reserves. And look at gas now. Let me know in the comment section down below, what do you think about this situation? Do you think that we have a homeless problem in America because we need more houses? Or do you think we have a homeless problem in America because of all these nonprofit organizations are just trying to keep the problem going so they can stay in business and pay these high salaries? And also, we're making the homeless people way too dependent on individuals who work instead of actually putting them into the system so they can be productive citizens in this society. But that's all I have for you today. I'm your host, TJ Evans, with another installment of the TJ Evans Show. Y'all remember, do your own research. Don't take my word for gold. Do the YouTube and Rumble thing. Subscribe to the Royal Family Studios page. Comment down below. Also, check out my book on Amazon, The Diary of Marvin Dwayne. Y'all stay safe, stay prayed up. Peace.